Hello and welcome back to the Lore Raider, and some good old-fashioned Metroid scaling. As many of you know, it's only been in the last year or so, largely thanks to my work, that the Metroid cosmology has actually been taken seriously as a serious contender when it comes to online scaling discussions. But of course, it is always good to revisit your own work and make sure things are up to date. And let me tell you, I realize I may have underrated the dimensionality of Metroid for years now, only recently realizing it in the last few months. So, without further ado, let's take a closer look at the dimensionality of Metroid. As ever, when discussing dimensionality, we need to discuss the bottom levels first and work our way up. Now, I recently did a video going on a grand tour of the Metroid cosmology, so if you're interested in learning the more in-depth lore, I recommend checking that out. But to give the more relevant points, the Metroid multiverse is made up of numerous parallel universes, which includes the likes of the Infinity Void and the Dark Aether dimension, which, yes, it is confirmed that Dark Aether, the planet, exists within a wider universe, just like normal Aether. The universe and these parallel universes are repeatedly confirmed to be infinite in size, and most importantly, for our purposes, these universes are 4D universes, 3 dimensions of space, 1 dimension of time. We know this due to the fact that Chozo called the universe temporal, as well as the time flow abilities from Samus Returns, and most impressively, the space dragon Greed and Samus Aran managed to survive in the epicenter of a black and white hole respectively, both of which are infinite 4D structures in nature, and is a feat that actually taxes their durability, as Greed is actually killed using the power. So an infinite 4D bedrock for Metroid is very consistent throughout the franchise, with Samus able to be able to create new possible timelines just by existing, best exemplified by the good and bad diverging endings from Metroid Prime Hunters. Now going a rung up, we know that these infinitely large universes are actually contained by the interdimensional void, a hostile space that rends apart any who enter it, but also a vehicle for how teleportation technology works, as it scatters your particles to get you through the void. An unscattered Samus is able to survive in the Infinity Void and process its existence, and of course we later see in the series like Metroid Dread, this interdimensional void be used for more teleportation. Given it encompasses all the infinite 4D universes, the void would be an infinite 5D structure by default, and for years 5D is where Metroid sat. But we aren't even done yet, as sitting above these realms, which are described as temporal and frail, we have the afterlife, a realm where souls go when they die that transcends time and space, to the point everything else beneath it seems frail by comparison, and where some ghostly denizens such as Phantoon are so large that they cannot even fit into any one of the universes and must exist across multiple to manifest themselves. Samus can physically access this realm as seen in Prime Hunters, and of course, not only can Samus Aran track these ghosts as they cross dimensions, but she can also defeat them in combat. And, what's more, even space pirates, and Phazon for that matter, can defeat these ghosts as well, scaling practically everyone and everything in Metroid to 6D. And yet, we still aren't done, as above the ghosts we have the powers, which are the tools of the gods. Now, we know the gods themselves, according to Economic Prophecy, existed before all existence itself and were the ones to create it. The powers, described as Old One-like beings, were civilization-destroying beings. The Animus is one, and the Gria is also likely to be one, with Gria at full power completely casually backhanding the Olympics, the greatest civilization in Metroid history, whilst the Animus, aka the power of destruction itself, threatening to basically eradicate the entire universe, something Samus Aran doesn't even try to contest. The only antagonist in the series she just outright tries to plead with. More to the point though, the Animus has the ability to freely give people the power of the past, present, and future. With Well, it gives Samus the ability to erase both the past and future altogether. Even at the lowest end, assuming the powers only scale to, say, one of Phantoon's transcendencies above the afterlife, let alone being above him and scaling to the gods themselves, given they're strongly implied to just be concepts outright, Samus being able to dwell in the Animus' realm at all, and handle some of its power at all, i.e. the white hole, which from the Black Hole Showcase with Greed, we know taxes durability given it kills Greed, Samus should just be 70 at the low end, and frankly could be even higher than that, but that is too speculative at this point. But alas, that's all I have for today. Do you agree with 70 Samus, or were you surprised by this? No, still not 90 Samus, I'm sorry, normal, you'll have to wait for later. But, do you think Metroid Prime 4 will elevate the scaling? I guess let me know down below. But until then, you know how I leave you. Be safe, be wise, and please pray for a true peace in space.